Hi, this is Carl with another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about how the concept of the squeaky wheel can help you improve your service. I know you've heard the phrase, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Well, you know, if you think about it, your service department is already filled with information that constitutes the squeaky wheel. Think about that customer, for example, who's constantly complaining. Guess what? They get a little extra service just because they complain a lot. But that's not the way to improve the process of your customer service. Instead, look at the data. For example, if you have, say, I don't know, 10% of your calls are on a specific topic. How do I change my password? How do I update this? How do I do that? If you get the same question again and again and again, that's an opportunity for you to make it easier for the client to serve themselves, and in turn, reduce the amount of your own labor that is required to give them service. You might put together a training video, a PDF, a download, a step-by-step process on your website, whatever it might be. Figure out how you can address that one thing in order to make a lot of issues go away. This is a common tool used in website development. If you're constantly getting calls that say, how do I find my discounts? How do I find my discounts? Where are my discounts? I logged in, but I can't find the discount. Well, you need to redesign that site so that discounts are a little more obvious. Now, I will say, one of the problems with web development is that people will look at a red glowing box this big in the middle of the screen and not see it. So it's like that famous video, I'll actually link to it. There's a video about people playing basketball and they're told to watch the people in the one team and not the other. And so they're counting how many times they pass the ball back and forth, and they miss a big gorilla coming out in the middle of the screen and waving its arms and then walking off. So we pay attention to certain things and we miss other things. So website development is very difficult sometimes, but one way or another, if a problem on your website causes a certain number of phone calls, you need to figure out how to fix the website to eliminate the calls. And if it's really significant, remember, labor costs money, so there's actually money to be made by giving better service so people don't have to call you. Another example is the way that you bundle your services. You may recall way back in the day, if you're old enough, that Microsoft used to get a lot of calls about licensing. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but some ridiculous high amount of calls to their small business server line was about licensing. How do I do this and how to do that? And what happens if people have more than this and that? And, you know, and it was licensing, licensing, licensing. And that's why they decided to go to a 50 user license with Small Business Server so that they eliminate some huge chunk of the phone calls to their service line. And of course, that saves the money. Remember, whether you like it or not, customer service costs you money. So giving better customer service, especially better self-service, can help you reduce the cost of delivering good service and improve the customer experience at the same time. Think about the times when your clients are frustrated, when they experience something that makes them feel like life should just be easier than this. What are they going through? What are they feeling? Investigate that. Have a chat with them. Ask them what the real problem is. And sometimes you have to ask what, or why, about 3 levels deep to get to the real information of what's going on. Once you find their frustration, think about it as the squeaky wheel. If this is what brings frustration and friction into the customer service experience, how do we eliminate that friction? How do we give the client a better experience? And again, it might be that they don't understand how Microsoft licensing works. They don't understand why they have to do this and sort of that, and how do I log on and how do I change my password? Whatever it might be, keep track of those things. If you can find the biggest chunk of problems within your service board, you can also eliminate the biggest chunk of labor it takes to solve those problems. So start tracking it, and then when you see something that's big enough, start fixing it. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Polachek wishing you the best of luck in your managed service.